The man was surprised to discover that his girlfriend could create huge waves and that when she paddled, she could even lift him up. Carl, who was deeply in love with his girlfriend, didn't mind, but his girlfriend, who seemed slender to him, was considered very overweight by others. However, Carl didn't notice. The two drank tea with milk together. It was over in a flash, but Carl didn't notice anything strange. On the contrary, he thought his girlfriend was very adorable. Even when she knocked over the restaurant chair, he didn't suspect a thing. Instead, he thought the chair was poorly made. Since Annie's father was Carl's boss, he believed Carl was only pursuing his daughter for money. So Mark gave Carl $5 million to keep him away from Annie. Carl was furious. He no longer held back because of his position and shouted at his future father-in-law. This surprised Mark. It turned out that Carl loved Annie so much. The reason for all this was that when Carl was little, before his father died, he asked him to find a pretty girlfriend. So Carl had that goal. When he grew up, Carl often went to bars to try to pick up all kinds of pretty girls, but no one paid him any attention. When he finally managed to get a girlfriend because of his poor communication skills, they broke up on the first day. And the worst part was that the promotion he should have gotten went to a new employee, because that employee was the owner's nephew. Carl felt helpless, and as he was about to head home, he ran into a famous hypnosis master in the elevator. The elevator broke down, so they started talking about the criteria for choosing a partner. Upon hearing this, the master thought Carl shouldn't be so superficial. To change Carl, he asked him to close his eyes. Then he repeated a spell 3 times in a low voice. Carl didn't know what he had done to him. As he was about to take a taxi, he bumped into a pretty girl. Carl wanted to let her go first. Upon discovering they were going in the same direction, the girl invited him to join her. On the way, Carl kept telling her how beautiful she was, but he didn't notice that the driver was looking at him strangely. When they got out, the girl gave him her contact information. It was a treatment Carl had never received before. After that day, Carl's luck in love seemed to reach its peak. As soon as he walked into a bar, a pretty girl approached him on her own, wanting to dance with him. And not only that, but more and more pretty girls kept coming up to him. But when his best friend Will arrived, he witnessed a strange scene. He thought Carl was being kidnapped, so he wanted to rescue him, but Carl invited him to join them.